All right, then, let's get on our very first conversation tonight. And it's about an imminent political merger or alliance, as the case may be. Whichever way it comes, but there is some kind of working together, a partnership that is emerging. And the two parties that are involved, which is Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, have been talking about this in different fora. They have been talking about the possibility of coming together. Although Mr. Atiku Abubakar has said that he will continue to contest for election. But what is this possible alliance? You've seen these alliances happen before when these two men on your screen ran in the race in 2019. And of course, they ran on different platforms in 2023. Let's get talking, everyone. I'm being joined by the spokesperson of the Peter Obi media, Alhaji Yunusa Tanko, who joins us live here in our Abuja studio. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me, Sean.
So,
good evening, Nigerians.
Can you give us clarity? What is on the mind of Mr. Obi? Does he want to run as a vice presidential candidate alongside Mr. Atiku Abubakar, who says he's going to run again as long as his energy and power permit him? What exactly is on the minds of Mr.
And he also said that he'll be willing to support Peter Obi if the party supports a southern candidate.
That was his initial. But the recent one, he says he will continue to run.
Yes, so I'm just reminding you of some of the two statements that he made. But let me make a clarity here. His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi is not interested in a merger that is only for the interest of seeking power. He is interested in a merger that will bring Nigerians out of the poverty level, bringing the Nigerian people to a comfortable state of health care, making sure Nigerians have potable drinking water, making sure that Nigerians have the issues of problem of power supply being solved. So therefore, he is interested strongly on a merger that is driven by ideology and a program. But if it's only for the purpose of power, he's not interested. So therefore, as we speak, I am so surprised. I thought I was so pessimistic as regard to the issue of taking people out of poverty, being my antecedent, working with Ghani against poverty and all. I've never seen somebody who wake up in the morning and anything he has in his pocket, we just say, Tanko, what do we do? I have some small money in my hand. Can we invest it in the area of bringing those children that he visited in the north out of this particular quagmire of Western education? Can we invest in them? So he's so passionate about seeing Nigeria work, not passionate about only getting power. So he has always said it, that he just wants to see Nigeria work. So eventually, if issues of merger comes about, it has to be seriously and very vigorously based on the program for the interest of the Nigerian people.
So is it that Mr. Obi is not really concerned about being the face or being the candidate, or he just wants to be part of a cause for a greater Nigeria? Is that the idea?
No.
Or he still wants to run?
His Excellency is interested in wrestling Nigeria out of the poverty level. Running, of course, will come when the time comes. He's interested in making sure Nigeria is out of the wood. So therefore, he's reaching out to those who have similar ideology, believing in the emancipation of Nigerians out of that particular poverty line. That is the reason why he has to reach out to those of some of his former colleagues, some of the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So if we put the issues of running first, not taking care of the Nigerian state as a country, then we're making a fundamental mistake. So he's more interested in making sure that Nigeria works at the moment now. That is his first priority.
So, I mean, so is it merger or alliance? What is the right word in these talks that is ongoing?
The discussions are within the level of the senior category of gladiators who are interested in making Nigeria work. That means the first Muslim citizen of the political party. Now, in this case, there are two issues. A merger, of course, it means that the political party have to sublet all of their certificates and then become a new party. It's a rebirth of a new political party. It takes procedures and timing.
So we should be expecting a new political party?
Well, that will be if the decision is for us to have a merger or to have an alliance. An alliance, of course, is different from a merger. Alliance is that we are working together. You maintain your name, I maintain my name, but we work together in the same direction. That is an alliance.
Who are the people that Mr. Obi has been speaking with?
You see, the fact is that Nigerians' political parties and leaders are tired of the shenanigans and the propaganda that's already happening in Nigeria. The Nigerian people are in total disdain, and they are being in total disdain, and poverty is so high to a point of 33 point something percent of the of inflation. So in that regard, many political parties are interested in working together to get Nigerians out of the wood. So many.
And the plan is to get APC out of power in 2027.
Those who are inefficient to perform from the base on the truth, based on the promises that they made in Nigeria, is the target. It's not about APC as a political party, but anybody that is not interested in moving Nigeria forward should be out of this particular
We've seen the meeting, pictures emerging from meeting with Mr. Atiku Abubakar, meetings with Bukola Saraki.
Correct.
Meetings with former governor of Jigawa State.
Yes.
Who are the other people that Mr. Obi have met?
There are people that he has met, captains of industries, technocrats, students, political gladiators.
No, we're talking about the, you at that echelon, which you say that the top gladiators are those whom he's meeting right now, that are talking about. Who are these other people? We know the ones that we do know are the ones I've mentioned, yes. But you are always with him. Yes. Who are the other ones that...
there are quite a number of them, and there's quite a number of them that have been reached out to, and they are going to be reached out to. Like, for example, the engineer Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, who also is a big political gladiator. Of course, they'll be meeting with him. They'll be meeting with different individuals. Some of the political parties like the SDP, the ADC, the ADP, ZLP, all of the political parties will be reached out to. And some of them are already having meetings too within themselves. So we need to have a conglomerate of well-grounded politicians who are interested in getting Nigeria out of the wood. It cannot be a one-man show.
Mm. So is the thinking about the power balancing and this zoning arrangement going to come into play? Is that, I mean, are they thinking that the power should remain in the South?
Remember, these processes, as I said, will take a little bit of long period because each of the gladiators are talking to each other on their level as senior citizens of their political parties. But when you involve the political party, you have to subject all of your suggestions and decisions to the political party for them to agree. That means whatever it is that you are discussing will be subjected to the national working committees of each of the political parties, and they have to come to terms with regard to what will be given, what will be accepted. How do we work together on what? For us, it's about program for the emancipation of Nigeria, nothing more, nothing less. So if that should be an agreement position, then we'll now look at whose does the cap suit best. And that will be discussed at the time in which we reach that particular destination.
Is Mr. Obi willing to relinquish or to step down if, for example, he's not picked within the... because we've seen this happen before with younger and emerging political leaders who are presidential candidates in their different political parties in 2019, but they couldn't agree at the end of the day. But is Mr. Obi liberal enough in this conversation to say, I'm going to jettison my ambition of becoming Nigeria's president for the interest of the emancipation that you have described?
Well, Peter Obi is a brand. A brand instilled and infiltrated into the heart of the Nigerian youth. We've all established that. For over 12.5 million Nigerian youth actually register because the message of Peter Obi resonates with them. No wonder why the Champion newspaper yesterday gave him the award of the most impactful politician of the year 2023, which I was fortunate to represent him in that particular program. So that, of course, speaks volume on its own. And he has also said that he's not interested in, he's not desperate to be president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but he's desperate to see Nigeria work. So at the table where these particular issues will be discussed when the time comes, these decisions and these particular qualities of the individuals and the capacity of individuals will be put on the table. Then it will be left for whoever a decision that will say, okay, this particular person qualified to lead us in this particular struggle, and is willing to abide by that.
Let's imagine and pray that it does happen.
Yes.
If Nigeria becomes better in the next 1 year,
Yeah.
and which is the prayer and the vision of Mr. Peter Obi,
Yes.
will this alliance still go on?
Of course, why not? Because at that point in time, we are still talking about the periphery of survival. That's the most shameful part of it. We're just talking about power, lights, water, health, and all. Developed countries have surpassed that particular level. We're still talking about that. So if this particular government is listening to the yearning and aspiration of Nigeria within a 1 year, although the president promised that they are going to give us power in the next 4 years, and if he doesn't do that, you can vote him out. So let's even assume we give them within the year in which you have postulated. Now, it will be very, very clear that the Nigerian people can't decide and suggest that, look, we have to step up our game. There are other issues that we need to talk about. How about the economic well-being, the stabilized economic well-being of Nigeria? How about the issue of security? Then we will look at other needful things that Nigerians need to be in the highest position of the Community of Nations. So in that regard, the alliance will hold because we need a Nigeria that is well respected in and out of the country. Not this particular Nigeria that's been struggling to get to his village, where water is not there, where power supply is not there, where health facility is not there. Those who have been the periphery. So for us, it's about upping the game and making Nigeria a better country that is well respected among Community of Nations. So more of this particular alliance and work will still have to come in.
So Mr. Obi is hoping to use the Labour Party platform, or does he have any alternative or option?
No, he's maintained that he is still within the Labour Party. He has never changed his mind.
So in all of these alliance and possible merger, he's still going to carry the Labour Party toga?
Oh, sure. He's going to carry the Labour Party. That's his political party at the moment. Except, of course, anything happen in the future. But at the moment, he's still a Labour Party member.
So going forward, what in fact, because we're having a conversation here yesterday, and there are those who say the president should reach out to the political leaders and some of those who led in the campaigns and in the election. Is Mr. Obi willing to work with the Tinubu government if he's reached out to?
I don't know why they are not taking even the free consultancy that he's already been given. You don't need to be close to somebody before he can be working with you. We have been criticizing very important issues that affect every Nigerian in this country on a constant basis. Let me give you an example. Yes, he came out and challenged the issue of the coastal road. The coastal road, yes, a beautiful program as it may sound, but do we need it at the moment? Obviously, no. You cannot be spending 3 trillion of naira on a project where the Nigerian people in the rural areas and all are wallowing in abject poverty, which has led to our insecurity. Fundamentally. So why would you spend money when you cannot move from here to Benin comfortably? When even today, you cannot move from here to Kaduna freely? Why you cannot move from Funtua to Kaduna freely? There are issues on the basic road that we have, even from the ones that we are existing, maybe Akwa Ibom, passing through Akwa Ibom to go to Calabar, and the rest of them are still in their needs of repairs. Even the existing one cannot be, where we have countries where you can have even lights from Kaduna to Abuja, and from Abuja to Lokoja, street light can be. We don't have all of this, but here you are embarking on a wild goose project that will affect the Nigerian people when the money that was supposed to be given to them to use in economic development of their state, of their state and their local government is being kept in abeyance. And listen, recently they are talking about even spending 10 billion naira for car parks in the universities. 10 billion naira for car parks. For what? When the university ASU program already, or ASU issues have not been resolved up to now. Even the people that are working with them, with the civil servants, have not been paid their salary equivalent that will take care of their basic needs. These are fundamental issues. We have not involved ourselves or implement issues about having as little as it may cost, medulla refineries in 6 geographical zones of this particular country to take care of us, at least reducing this pain and pang of us exporting our oil, which can give us about 12 to 13 byproduct, and we come in with only one product. It's shameful. So why do you embark on such? And these particular issues are being put on the table constantly. So if a good government who is thinking inside the box, outside the box, around the box, on top and below the box, is thinking very well, it can use some of these particular constructive criticisms to help us say, okay, we've listened to this, let's look at it in this particular way. So it's a free consultancy, and we're all involved. If a good road is being put on place tonight for us to get to Benin, do we need everybody to be on the air? At the end of it, or probably you get disappointed, probably the flight will be cancelled for one reason or the other, or you have to pay humongous sum of money for you to travel from one point A to point B. They are no rocket science. These are things that we all need, and we keep on saying them day and night. So if you want to give Nigerians the best of governance, look at these small things. They make meaning to the heart of Nigerians.
Alhaji Yunusa Tanko is the spokesperson of the Peter Obi Presidential Media Organization. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you very much for having me. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much.